Must be exhausting to spend your days educating these people.
Here's the thing, I don't. Opening the mines of this town will be a full-time fucking job. And emotional labor pays shit.
Do you ever get lonely in Delos Crossing?
Yeah, sometimes. So I'm always in Juneau working with the JCE, meeting new people. I gotta make my shit happen for me, because no one else will.
Right. I feel you. Hey, I hope this isn't too personal, but you ever been with anyone in Delos Crossing?
I dated a guy in high school for a minute, but we had to keep it quiet. I've been with a few other people, but that shit's tricky out here. And what about you? You ever been with a guy? I mean, assuming you're into guys, which I guess I kinda did.
I've never really been with anybody. Guess I was too busy processing trauma or whatever. But if I met a guy I was into, who knows? Anyway. So, you think Tom's got the chops to be the mayor of Delos Crossing?
I don't know. The guy's sweet and not entirely incompetent, but it doesn't really matter. Vote for him to vote for Tessa. She'd be the one running the show.
So I take it you're not Tessa's biggest fan?
Yeah, you know, every time I put up flyers for queer events, she accidentally covers them.
No way. Have you ever confronted her about it?
Nah, I just keep my head down and count the days until Juneau.
Man, that has to be rough.
It is, but out here, just surviving is a form of protest.
What do you think about Tom's policy ideas?
He's got a few surprisingly bold stances.
Yeah, like his gun regulations. I gotta admit, I'm pretty impressed he's pushing for that out here.
Exactly, but I'm not totally sure how I feel about that though, to be honest.
Really?
Really. Historically speaking, the government taking weapons away from my people has not gone well for us.
Oh, yeah. I never thought about it that way. So is he a cool boss?
Cool? I'm pretty sure that's not a word anyone has ever used to describe Milquetoast Tom. But he's alright, I mean, not the worst boss I've ever had.
Alright. Is this Chief Brown?
Yeah,
Are you guys related, or...?
nah, but same clan.
So what's your take on him?
He's a pretty alright guy, all things considered.
All things considered?
Like, with him being a cop and all, I mean, it's good to see someone from the clan getting shit done. And he really cares about the community. We need someone like him on top.
Is this Chief Brown? Which clan?
Octopus Clan. Raven Moiety.
Huh. Badass. So, you close with everybody in the clan?
Yeah, we're pretty tight-knit. I mean, we're all kind of spread out, so I don't know everyone that well, but they're still family. I was really close to my Uncle William until he passed. He's the one whose grave I want to visit.
Oh, yeah. Of course.
I gotta tell you, it's so weird to finally meet the other Ronin.
You mean the OG Ronin? I was born first, you know?
Is that so? Thought Allison said she was.
Well, our mother never actually told us, but it was me. So, why is it so weird to meet me?
Because I just heard Allison tell your story so many times. She told me everything about you. Fireweed, your transition. I hope that's okay, by the way.
Yeah, it's fine. She asked me first.
Yeah, figures. That lady is thorough and she loves you like crazy.
I know. So, yeah, you were probably the first person to know about it other than Allison.
I'm glad he trusted me. And it's great to finally get to know you in the flesh. You're pretty alright.
Thanks. That's nice of you to say.
I mean it. I'm glad Allison has you back. You're gonna be a positive influence for her. I know it. We are not gonna let her die a slow death in QuickBooks. I wasn't blowing smoke when I said you should move to Juneau with us.
I know.
I've got a community there. Could be yours too. Be yours too.
Fitting in. There's a concept.
You have no idea how life-saving a chosen family can be. They pulled me out of the dark more times than I can count.
I hear you. Hey, can I ask you a question?
Of course. Shoot.
Why do you care so much if I move to Juneau?
Look, like I said, I want to get to know you.
Because I'm just that fascinating, huh?
Honestly, yeah. I think you might be one of a kind, Tyler Ronan.
Thank you for that, but I think you might be looking for something I'm not right now.
Oh shit, did I make this awkward?
No, you didn't. Don't worry. I'm just all over the place right now.
Of course. Yeah, I get it. Sorry about that.
It's really fine. I appreciate the compliment, though.
Oh, hey.
I've been standing at that counter for an hour waiting for you two dum-dums to come back. Are you guys ready to go?
I think we've done about as much damage as we can back here.
Yeah, let's go.
Here we are.
Thanks for letting me hitch a ride over.
No problem. You sure we can't drive you back?
Nah, you're like stretching my legs. It isn't far. And anyway, can't put the wind in a bottle.
All right.
Tessa should be at her parents' grave, not far from the entrance. Look for a big crooked tree. You can't miss it. I'm gonna go check in with my uncle. Good luck. For real.
You look pretty spooked.
I've never been a big fan of cemeteries. Especially after, you know.
I promise after this we can chill at the house. Cool? So, did you ever come back?
Shh, keep it down.
Better?
Much.
Why do people always feel like they have to whisper in cemeteries?
I don't know. Probably just a mirror neuron thing.
A what?
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah. Anyway, have you been back here at all? Since the funeral?
No. I've never had a reason to. Thankfully.
Our mother made us come here all the time. It was so weird.
Mom, why do we always come here?
Does it bother you?
No, it's just weird because we don't know any of these people. I mean, except Eddie's mom.
It never hurts to say hello.
Because they're very lonely.
That's right, sweetie. And sometimes, even if you can't see them, they stay with you. In here. Always here.
Mom?
Always.
She loved us. A lot. But sometimes it was like loving us hurt her.
Do you think she was just really scared of losing us?
Maybe. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, most parents are scared of losing their kids. Hey, graves are back that way.
Well, here's the crooked tree, but no Tessa.
Let's check around for her parents' grave, just to make sure this is the right spot.
You think it's possible Michael remembered it wrong?
Well, I've done inventory with him before, so yes.
Guess again. This might take a while.
Look, there's Michael.
Wait, is this the one we called Big Crookedy?
The exact one.
Why didn't we call it Gnarls Branching? Total missed opportunity.
Because we weren't hip to basketball back then? Or CeeLo Green?
Damn. I remember it going all the way up to the clouds.
Everything does when you're 4 feet tall.
De Leon.
That's the one.
Don't tell me we missed her.
Hello, Mr. Eagle.
Kids, it's time.
You really have to go, Eddie?
You can hold my hand if you want.
I can walk fine on my own.
It'll be quick, okay? Then we'll get something to eat.
The day of the funeral. I barely remember it.
That's probably for the best. I don't think either of us are exactly eager to relive what went on behind that gate.
So... I know I said we didn't have to visit her grave.
But it feels like the right thing to do.
Yeah, exactly. Damn. I remember it going all the way up to the clouds.
Everything does when you're 4 feet tall.
Lost in the chaos of history. What's that mean?
Not sure. But Michael should know.
When did Michael's uncle die?
Last year. It was really hard on him. He's still feeling it. Long time no see. Do you want some company?
Come on over. Make yourselves comfortable. So, how are you, holding up?
Everything.
Is this a bad time?
With you? Never.
Don't mind me. I'm not really here.
Hey, I get to see your ugly mug almost every day. You're old news, lady.
You wound me. Deeply.
So, can I help you guys out somehow?
So what was your uncle like?
Oh boy. Where do I start? You know that one grumpy grandpa in all the sitcoms? The one that types like a T-Rex and never leaves his recliner?
I think I'm getting the picture.
Not yet, you aren't. As grumpy as he was, they didn't make him any sweeter than him. He's the kind of guy who accepted you for where you were at, even when he didn't approve.
Not many of those out there. Hey, can I ask you something about this place?
Shoot.
What's the story behind the Tlingit Memorial?
May the memory of our dearly departed never be lost in the chaos of history. That was Uncle William.
Lost in the chaos of history?
Well, let's say you wanted room for a school or a road and didn't give a shit about ethics. Easy, you just dug up our ancestors. That shit happened a lot.
God, assholes.
Yeah, and I mean, it still happens, but not as much. We have the elders to thank for that.
I'll stop bugging you now.
Well, I'm here if you're ever curious.
Talk to you later.
You bet. So, how are you, holding up?
Everything's such a mess. I thought we'd almost be done packing by now. I'm so ready to put this place behind us. At least Mr. Hollywood Handsome over there is good company.
Funny how you never mentioned what your brother looked like before he got into town.
Oh, I just thought I'd surprise you.
Hey, you do realize I can hear you, right?
Cover your ears, the grown-ups are talking. Anyway, girl, I know you're in it right now, but try not to let it get to you. Juna's gonna seem real boring after all this, huh?
God, boring sounds so good right now. Binging terrible shows while my amazing roommate cooks something delicious. Heaven.
Delicious food for tax returns?
You got yourself a deal, mister.
Do you remember where she is?
No. For what it's worth, I remember staring at the water during the funeral. Well, only a few steps in, and I'm already starting to regret this.
Allison, please.
I'm not going.
Allison, come back!
Yeah. Any hope that this would be easier than last time? Totally gone.
At least this time no one's sending me away.
I'm holding you to that. Afterwards, you and I had a moment over there by the totem, right? I wonder if we could see that.
Doesn't hurt to check.
I won't let them take you away. I'm gonna tell them the truth. You swore, Allison. I'm gonna be okay. Please, don't worry about me.
I know I'm supposed to get over this Brown thing, but I really wish you'd been able to come visit that much.
Yeah, me too, but... Look, I didn't make any promises that day. You did. Watch.
They all think you killed her. It's not fair. I'll be okay. You have to take care of yourself now.
See?
It's possible, but I don't think so.
Well, I know so. Thinking about it got me through the rest of the day.
But I'm gonna come see you every week, and we'll talk with our voice every day. But I'm gonna come see you every week. I'll be back soon, alright? Promise. I'll be back soon, alright? Promise. Chief Brown's gonna take care of you. We'll be okay. You'll see.
Kids. It's about to start.
I'm sorry it took me so long to come back. I got so caught up in everything that...
You really don't have to explain. I understand what you were going through now.
Are you ever gonna let me finish my sentences?
Maybe someday, but not today. You think Snowball still lives in there?
Snowy owls only tend to live about 10 years.
Oh, rest in peace, Snowball.
This spot's familiar. Man, I forgot how hard Marianne took it when Eddie's mom died.
Well, we were only 4, but yeah. She lost one of her only friends. She was always saying how she never would have found a place in Delos Crossing without Carol.
You think her death kicked off Marianne's, you know...
It definitely didn't help, but no. It was years later.
And then I took Jaina ice skating on Wednesday. I wish you could have seen her. She took off across that ice like she... Oh, hi. I didn't see you there.
I'm sorry. We didn't mean to eavesdrop.
No harm done. Hey, you're that nice gal from the Becky store, Allison, right?
Yes. And you're... It starts with a K, right?
Kendra. Don't worry. Don't expect you to keep track of everyone who passes through. And you would be...
Her brother. I'm Tyler.
Pleased to meet you, Tyler.
I hope this isn't rude, but where's that accent from?
Georgia. Born and raised. Landed in Delos about 2 years ago.
From Georgia to the middle of nowhere, Alaska. There's gotta be a story there.
Well, I wasn't planning to stay for more than a few months. We came up for the fishing season, just like we'd done twice before. My husband, Meech, he always tried to convince me to stay on longer, but I wasn't having it. But then... Well, we lost him. Fishing accident.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry. Way too many families around here have lost someone that way.
Yeah, something's gotta change. Anyway, now it's just me and my daughter, Jaina. And I just can't bring myself to pack us up and leave him here all alone.
Do you want to go back to Georgia?
Well, that's the real question, ain't it? I never used to like it here. Too cold, too quiet, like a frozen desert. Thousands of miles from family. But these days, I finally started to see it the way Meech did. All the beauty.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I just wish it hadn't taken losing him to get me to come around. I'm realizing now I fought him more out of stubbornness than anything else.
That's That's gotta be hard.
Yeah. Don't ever let your own sense of what is come between you and the people you love. It's a real easy way to squander precious time.
Sorry. We have to get going.
Don't apologize. It was nice talking to you.
See you around, Kendra.
You two have a good day.
Damn. She got kind of stranded out here.
I know. And her daughter's barely 2 years old. God, those kind of accidents happen all the time, but the penalties cost less than safety upgrades, so...
So they do jack shit. Life's got a price.
Ty,
This is it. Right? No dice. Not hers. Why can't I remember? Where is she? Where is she? Allison.
is that her?
What the hell was going on with you? What broke?
Why didn't you say anything? We were your goblins. You didn't have to do it all alone.
Tessa?
Kids, I wasn't expecting to see. What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
Feeling a little guilty, maybe?
When we pass on, our graves are all anyone has to remember us by. Letting hers just fall apart would be cruel. I'm not a cruel person.
Cruel enough to call social services on our mother.
I wanted to protect you. Marianne was getting worse all the time. I was afraid that if things kept going the way they were, then one day...
We were going to end up dead?
Look, I'm sorry I didn't tell you the whole story back in the store, but I didn't want you to...
Enough with the excuses. What the hell happened to her? Why'd you turn your back on us?
Your mom was always just barely getting by, and over the years she burned a lot of goodwill. It got so bad, no one was willing to hire her, and the stress of that, well, it took its toll. I tried to help, but she pushed me away. She pushed us all away. In the end, she isolated herself from everyone. She was alone and out of options.
She had us! Until you threatened to have us taken away!
I couldn't let her drag you down with her. She had you stealing for God's sake. Your mother never wanted to be a part of this community. She always thought she was better than the rest of us. A spoiled little girl playing fairy princess in the woods. If she just settled down with someone instead of running around with married men, well... Just ask Sam Kansky how much better that would have been for everyone.
Wait, what?
Oh God.
What happened between them?
I wasn't thinking. Please, just forget I said anything.
Tessa!
All I know is whatever went on, Laura left Sam over it. But I shouldn't have said anything about that. I promised I wouldn't. I'm sorry, kids.
You were worried. And you did what you thought you had to. I get it. We both do. The situation was so fucked that, well, there probably wasn't a good answer.
Thank you. No. I could have done more. Marianne was fragile. She needed help, and I failed her. It's my fault. She's gone. I know I've made mistakes. All I can do now is say that I'm sorry. If I could give you back your mother, I would. I don't deserve your forgiveness, especially yours, Tyler. But if there's a place for me in your lives, I'd like to be there.
I have to know something first. Are you good with who I am?
I've been thinking about that since you came home. I believe that my life is better for having lived it by God's word. But I also believe we don't always understand what he's saying to us. I prayed for guidance, and seeing you standing here in front of me, such a strong and thoughtful young man, I think I have his answer.
That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Tessa, I know the last couple of days have been heated. I'm up for a fresh start if you are, but it's not really up to me. Tyler?
Are you really ready to forgive her?
I think she regrets what she did. But I totally understand if you don't want to see her anymore. It's your call.
I thought you couldn't stand her. What happened?
She did the only thing she thought she could. I can relate to that.
I'm done losing people. And if we can't let people grow, then what the hell kind of chance do we have?
Thank you. Both of you. Kids, I never knew your mother's whole story, but it was obviously very painful. She always said you two were the only good luck she'd ever had. I'm going to try harder to forgive her. I hope you can as well. If you two are in town tomorrow, come by the cafe. Lunch is on me.
There gonna be coconut cake on the menu?
You know, I think there just might be. I'll see you two tomorrow then.
We'll be there. Come on.
That was something, huh?
Yeah, it was.
I had pretty much given up on her, but